Former State Assembly Speaker Sheldon Silver was in New York court today in federal court as his federal corruption trial began. Today was jury selection, at least the start of it, where potential jurors were subject to questionnaires, in-person interviews. Silver, as we know, still an assemblyman, but he was accused of taking nearly $4 million worth of bribes and kickbacks. Following this story very closely is our political analyst, New York Post political columnist Fred Dicker. Fred, the start to a very big trial here for New York State.
Cody, it would be difficult to overstate the anxiety about this and the anticipation about the testimony. You know, obviously, former Speaker Silver is accused of pocketing all this money. But a lot of the focus, I don't think most people realize this, the focus is on the fact that some of the top lobbyists in the state are due to testify on behalf of the government against Sheldon Silver. And they're expected to outline a system, how things work here in Albany, a system of corruption that I think may get some jaws dropping and maybe in the end could produce some impetus for real reform.
Kimberly Howard actually was able to speak to Assemblyman Silver today, which is something you don't usually see. He did throw out the line that we heard back earlier this year that he will be vindicated. What's his main defense here?
Well, he's notorious for his poker face. He's a very smart, clever operator. He's done this for years, not really letting on to what's going on. His basic defense is to try to claim that what he was doing was business as usual in Albany. Well, it wasn't. But what is business as usual is shaking down lobbyists who are led to believe that they have to come up with money, whether they're from businesses or from unions, to get things done. Sheldon Silver was a master of that. In a way, the charge against him is on a micro level doing what's done all the time behind me at the Capitol. So if there is testimony to that effect, I think it's really going to be quite illuminating for a lot of people.
It's certainly going to be interesting. You know, they're trying to set the jury now. What's going to be interesting, we touched on this on Friday, is the witness list.
No question about it. And we know some of the witnesses, though, and they include some of the most important, biggest paid, highest paid lobbyists in Albany who really know how the system works. I mean, these lobbyists are not your average person showing up, citizen trying to get something done. They know that money is involved to get official action. And one of the things Silver is accused of doing is sending the message out that if you want to get certain action on certain bills, in particular dealing with the real estate industry, a multi-billion-dollar industry in New York City, then he wanted some of the money, other parts of the money, would wind up going to the Assembly Democrats. That's how they fund their campaigns.
All right, well, it'll be interesting to see what happens. We know you're going to keep an eye on it for us. Fred, thanks so much. Reminder, you can hear Fred's radio program live from the state capitol every weekday morning from 10 to 11 on Talk 1300 AM.